Greetings from Storybrooke. I'm Bill Meeks.
And I'm Anne-Marie DeSimone.
And this is The Night They Freed Us from Rumple's Archives. It's time to talk Season 4 of ABC's hit series, Once Upon a Time. How you doing, Anne-Marie?
I'm kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah, I feel like someone's like looking over my shoulder.
Is there anybody looking over your shoulder?
There's someone there. I figured we'd go ahead and start this off at the beginning. If you're an audio listener, you're not seeing any video right now. Because you're
an
audio
listener.
But we decided...
There is video this week.
You know, new beginnings, summer break's over, it's time to get back into podcasting. There were a bunch of things that we're going to do to try and, liven things up around here, because it's been 2 years now, as of actually a week from today that we're recording this. The day once premieres will be our 2-year anniversary.
Precious.
I know, it will be exactly 2 years since we released our 0 episode.
And that is why we should be at the Once Upon a Time premiere that's happening right now.
Oh yeah,
literally.
You've been
right now.
Here, go tell them about this. And yes, we have video. It'll always be on the episode post at greetingsfromstorybrooke.com, the YouTube link.
We'll throw some pictures in to go with it because it's fun.
Yeah.
Hi. Right now they are walking the red carpet for the Once Upon a Time premiere for season 4.
Out in La La Land?
Yes, in La La Land. And they're almost all there. Still waiting for Lana and Jennifer to arrive. We still don't have Jared Gilmore.
Like I saw
Emily DeRaven.
I saw Adam tweet about this a couple times. It wasn't clear if it was open for the public or if it was.
Oh, they're
just
everywhere.
Okay.
Like somebody posted a picture of like the huge crowd, and it's, I guess somebody said that it's really weird that for a TV show's 4th season premiere to be this huge.
Yeah.
Like having the whole cast.
And
some of the cast members that are showing up are kind of spoilery.
Well, just because they're showing up doesn't necessarily mean they're on the show this season either.
It's still, yes, but see, it lends you more towards having those options. One of which we have completely believed was coming back at some point.
Yeah, I think everyone. You can say it because I mean she's just at the premiere. It's not like a spoiler or anything.
Bex is there.
Yeah, the Wicked Witch.
Well, she will be there or is going there. Something.
She,
somebody confirmed she's going.
She'll be at the party, but I mean she's also been all over every panel at every convention this summer too.
She has. She ain't gone yet. She's not done. But other people that are there are Cinderella. Michael DeSocha. Oh, hello. Peter Pan is there. Robbie K is there.
Nice.
Let's see. They're like all there. They're all there. I'm loving it.
We're not.
We are not there.
We're here at a stupid spoiler party.
A spoiler party? Oh, hello, Sean McGuire.
Yes, a spoiler party. And like I said, we're shaking things up. We got the video going on. 2-year anniversary coming up here. We decided we're going to update the album art.
I know!
Which
I'm so excited. We've literally had it for half an hour.
Yeah, his name is, I know him from elsewhere in my life, Sebastian. He's at SebGonz, SEBGONZ on Twitter. He volunteered, because the person who did our other album art was going to be doing this one, and they kind of failed out on it. It was really bad. So bad. Sebastian volunteered to go ahead and make some for us. So here, let me see if I can get this screen capture going here, and I'll show it to you. He made, since we're doing Frozen this year on once, or at least the first half season.
Part of it.
We decided we'd go ahead and get a Frozen version of the album art and a non-Frozen version. So first I'll show you the non-Frozen version. This is what it'll be after the main Frozen arc is done and over with.
Which, if you're on Twitter right now, you've already seen it.
Yes, or on Facebook, because I switched it over there too.
Did you switch it over there too?
Yeah. But here, let's see if it'll go.
We're testing things.
There we go.
There it is.
Okay, yeah, you can see it right there. It's a little small, so that's the non-Frozen version.
Yes.
And then right here
is the Frozen version.
Both very cool. We're very excited about.
Cool.
Oh, very cool. Yeah. But we're very excited to show.
It's a spoiler party, folks. It's a spoiler party.
Yeah, I'm still working on my coffee. So as soon as I finish my coffee, I'll be moving on to the magic juice.
I'm rapidly approaching a why is the rum gone moment.
Why is the rum gone? But we're very excited about the album art, and we're hoping to get that out
and
on the feed and a new website.
What he's doing with the album art?
Yeah, well, let me just finish. I'm also going to be redoing the website with these graphics that Sebastian made for us, and
he's selling T-shirts.
Yeah, we're going to do T-shirts of them too, of the logo and everything. Which I figure, I forget the name of the site he sells them through, but basically you need an order of 25 to get the shirt made, and I figure we'll probably be picking up 10 ourselves.
Yeah,
so
that's happening.
If there are like 15 of you out there who would like a Greetings from Storybrooke T-shirt,
let us know.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be letting them know probably next week. Me and Sebastian have to get together on the details of all that, but we're going to sell T-shirts, so that's fine.
I'll take interest. I'll take interest tweets, Facebook posts.
Yeah, just be like, hey, that sounds cool. That'd be neat.
That'd be neat. That could be a good pajama shirt.
Let's see, a couple other little orders of business before we get into, the main spoiler party, and we're also going to do a Q&A. We solicited questions from you guys. About anything.
About us.
Yeah, then we're going to hit our microphone.
And then we're going to beat up the microphone.
See, I can't just talk through that now and pretend it didn't happen, because we have video, so they
saw that your mic just bounced up and down.
No, but just two orders of business. One is that if you guys don't remember, we're starting up a new podcast this fall called
you haven't heard.
Legends of Gotham, about the new Fox series Gotham. And we had a big, we had
a round table.
Yeah, we've done this for once before. We had a big Gotham podcasters round table. Who plays Renee Montoya called in and left a special message for us.
She's awesome.
Which was pretty cool.
So cool.
But so we had that round table that's up there on the feed now, and this Tuesday night we'll be recording our first about an episode of Legends of Gotham.
Finally, an episode to talk about.
And we'll probably be doing that live too, so keep an eye out for that. And you can get more information on our new show at legendsofgotham.com.
True story.
And if you didn't pay attention over the summer, we did a bunch of commentaries.
Sorry, Bex looks really pretty.
Does she?
Sorry.
Cool. We'll throw the link in there. I can probably get it up on screen here.
Okay.
But we did a lot of commentaries for Season 1 over the course of the summer. A lot of fun. People really dug them and everything. We did mention on one of the last ones we did that we're up for something called a Parsec Award this year. We were finalists, and we just wanted to let everyone know.
Oh, that makes noises too. Sorry.
Yeah. But we just wanted to let everyone know that we unfortunately didn't win, but it was really cool to be nominated and everything. So no hard feelings.
It was an honor just to be nominated.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe if I remember, I'll try and throw, because we sent in an acceptance speech since we weren't at the ceremony, and maybe I'll throw that in as like an Easter egg on the end of this episode if I can. Oh, hey. Where's that coming from?
Why are we?
Oh, I know what's happening here. There we go. Okay, sorry, folks. We were getting.
So that was interesting.
Yeah, we were getting our video back in our ears. I think I left a tab open somewhere. That's fun. So the live video things, we're trying to keep it very uncomplicated so we can keep it short and quick and stuff.
Short and sweet, which it won't because
but here's
so much.
Here's Bex Mater at the premiere, once premiere.
I mean, I can send you something for everybody if you want.
You don't have to send me something for everybody.
I
just figured I'd pull it up since you were talking about it.
Well, it had just popped up.
And let's see here. Oh, and one more thing I wanted to mention before we get into it, because this is kind of for people who already listen to us, we figure there's going to be a lot of people coming in for Frozen and everything. Yes. So we thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and really focus this episode on you guys who've been with us forever, right?
You over there.
The Greetings from Storybrooke crew.
I see you, kind of, not quite.
No, but we decided we were going to thinking about trying to do guests somehow this year, since we did them for Wonderland last year, and it worked out so well. Everyone had a good time. We had so many people on. It was great. And so basically we decided we're going to do it over here in the main podcast, and it's probably going to be pretty frequent,
as often as we can get you.
Yeah, if not weekly, semi-weekly, and we're going to start the second episode in. So after next week's podcast,
give us one to get our feet wet with the season.
Yeah, next week we'll let you know.
They might be because of melting ice and things.
Let it go. Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Anyway. No, but we'll definitely give you sign-up details and everything like that next week. So I guess, we're actually on to the spoiler party now.
Quick moment. I have props today.
Yeah, you have all sorts of apples.
I have a big bowl full of apples because I went apple picking. You may have noticed the picture. Mm-hmm. I'm building a snowman of apples.
So you got them right from the source, so you're sure they're not poisoned, right?
I've eaten at least one.
And you're not dead yet.
And I'm alive. I am not in the hospital.
She's not dead yet.
She's not dead yet, but I've now built a snowman out of apples.
Nice. Would you like to build an apple snowman thing?
Would you like to eat an apple?
Okay, Emery.
Yes.
Guess what time it is? Time for the news. News. Okay, these will be a wee bit spoilery, but if you've been keeping up with all the Once Upon a Time press from season 4, it won't be that spoilery. If you're worried about spoilers, just go ahead and skip about 30 minutes and
just come back next week after you've watched the first.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's called a spoiler party for a reason, right?
You caught that, right? The first spoiler party in forever.
In forever.
Don't make me sing it.
Okay, so first up, they've been kind of leaking these out, dribbling these out, and we addressed a couple of them in our last spoiler party. True story. Episode titles, we have 7 now. Anne-Marie, why don't you run those down?
Okay, let me open the window.
Open it?
Opening. Okay. Episode 1, A Tale of Two Sisters. Shocking there.
I wonder who the two sisters are.
Episode 2, Whiteout. Again, who knows what that's all about?
That sounds like it's probably like a double play on something with Snow White and the snow.
Yeah, and that's a Jane episode. 3, Rocky Road. 4, The Apprentice. Really could be kind of anywhere.
Yeah. I would actually, if I was to guess, I would say that might have something to do with Emma or something, because she was in that. Sorry, I
just shrunk like 3 inches.
No, but she was in the Apprentice role a lot.
Yeah.
Last year. So.
Yeah. 5, Breaking Glass.
Which would be probably Sydney.
Yes.
Sydney's big return, I would imagine.
6 is The Family Business, which also could be that magic thing.
Well, see, I have heard tell, and I think we might have a story that addresses it, we might not, but I've heard tell that part of Henry's plot in this season is going to be working in the shop with Rumpel. So that seems like it would make Family Business. But then again, everyone's related to everyone. So,
not everybody.
Yeah, we do have that coming up.
Not everybody.
Good tease.
Also, point of order with that, Family Business is a Mario Van Peebles episode, and I know you really liked the last one he did.
Oh yeah, the Oz episode he did was really, really good.
So just throwing that out, you only have to wait until the end of October for it.
I would like to call out to our live viewers, Bobby, Rachel, Amy, and Camila. Hello.
Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop.
We see you there.
We see you.
But okay, so we have the Mario Van Peebles.
And then the last one that we know about is the Snow Queen.
The Snow Queen.
Which at this point we really don't actually know if it's about Elsa or the Snow Queen.
Or other Snow Queen.
The other.
And you know what? Actually, that story is not in here.
That story's not in here?
I don't think. The casting of who people are thinking is the Snow Queen.
That's okay. I think we covered the casting.
Oh yeah, that was in the last episode, which is why it's not in here. Yeah, that makes sense.
We already archived that. Moving on.
Yeah, but very interesting. Oh, also, we should probably shout out Other Anne-Marie. She just tweeted at us that she didn't know we were live.
Neither did we. We didn't tell anybody.
Just decided to do it on a whim. Because if we schedule it, then it has to be a big thing, right? But if it's just if we just
schedule
go live,
I have to use makeup and.
Yeah. If it just goes live, then we're just live, and it's cool, right? So. Okay, so let's see here. Next up, and I just closed it. We have a full synopsis for season 4.
We will not bore you with every single word, but
aren't we? I thought we were going to do a reading.
Oh, we're doing an can I do an interpretive dance now that we have video?
Here, why don't you start with Welcome to Storybrooke. Let's see how far we can get in this thing.
Welcome to.
I want this episode to be 50 minutes long.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Welcome to Storybrooke, Maine, a small town that probably won't show up on your GPS, but it's a magical place to visit. Reality and myth merged after Emma broke Regina's curse, which had deprived the fairy tale characters of their memories and trapped them in our modern world. When they finally regained their identities, our heroes were dismayed to discover that they weren't transported back to fairy tale land.
Oh.
To make matters worse, Rumpelstiltskin, aka Mr. Gold, decided to escalate his power struggle with Regina by introducing magic into the town. But this is our world, and magic always has a tendency to yield unfathomable consequences.
Okay, let's see here. Blah, 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 blah. And unbeknownst to anyone, Emma and Hook also brought back Elsa. Skip all that other stuff.
Skip
the rest
half
of the
series.
Article. The rest of the series.
This is what happened.
They found Elsa.
Never give up on people you love.
The Storybrooke residents do not know what Elsa has in store for them. Back in the past, in Elsa's kingdom of Arendelle, we will discover what has happened to her sister Anna and Kristoff. Anna and Kristoff, and how and why Elsa became a prisoner of Rumpelstiltskin. And now that Emma has brought back Robin Hood's wife, Marian, and possibly sparked the end of Regina's relationship with him, will she return to her old evil ways and do everything in her power to get even? And newlyweds Belle and Rumpelstiltskin continue to be deeply in love with each other.
With their chipped cup.
But Rumpel's hiding a secret from Belle, one that, if found out, could destroy their happiness. He continues to be the master of the dagger that calls upon him to be the Dark One.
Can Emma and Hook commit to one another? And can these two damaged people take their love to the next level? Mary, Margaret, and David have a new baby.
And no one cares.
Oh, I care about Prince Neil.
Some people care a little bit.
I care. Baby, you're so cute. But now you interrupted me. And are looking forward to raising him into a proud, brave, and loving adult. But they are still sad that they were not able to do this with Emma. Please, can we stop beating the dead horse? Instead of helping her escape the curse of firstborn and not meeting again until 28
finally,
years old.
Will Scarlet, a former member of Robin Hood's band of merry men, has traveled across many lands to make his way to Storybrooke. He finds himself intertwined in the goings-on in town for the first time as his mysterious past pushes him to an unknown future. And then, blah, blah, blah.
Watch the season.
Sunday nights on ABC.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but that's interesting. They say that Will Scarlet traveled across many lands to get back there. I'm assuming to get back there, because I'm assuming this is after the events of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland.
Yeah.
The series that shall not be named.
The series that I started liking more than once.
Mm-hmm. And another story we have here, and again, you can find these in our show notes.
We promise not to read every story word for word.
We wanted to get most of the summary in, because that's kind of like the official spiel.
Yeah.
And these get more spoilery as we go, too. So if you ever feel uncomfortable, that's when you back away, because it's going to get worse after that.
You're just going to want to have to step back.
Exactly.
Get a glass of water, see what you got to do there.
Exactly. And but this article from the Hollywood Reporter, Adam and Eddie are very adamant that Once Upon a Time isn't going to become the Frozen show.
Adam and Eddie are adamant. Sorry.
What's that?
Adam and Eddie are adamant.
Adam and Eddie are Adamant Eddie?
Yeah.
Adamant Eddie. We should create like a fan fiction character named Adamant Eddie. That would be fun. But they're very much want to focus that it's not the Frozen show. Frozen just happens to be a big story they're covering this year. And a couple of other things in this article worth pointing out. Adam says, without giving the exact date, which we don't have in front of us, we're roughly in early 2013, given that the show started October of 2011. That's in time in the show.
In show
what
time.
Year they're in.
Yes.
And we've been more or less running in real time, including the year time jump. Because of that, the trailer for Frozen hasn't even premiered, so in the world of our show, none of the present-day Storybrooke characters are aware of the Frozen mythology and universe, which I thought was very important to point out.
It is very important to point out.
Because they have played with that a little bit, like the Neil letting Mulan know that she was a movie.
She's a movie, and she goes, what's a movie?
Yeah.
Side note, and this is not anywhere in your notes, and I'm just really sort of throwing it out there, but you mentioned her. I'm pretty sure Mulan's coming back, too.
You think?
Okay, so I kind of stalk her Instagram a little bit, but she's a former real worlder. So
you shouldn't admit to that.
Well, I am.
Article A in the court case against Anne-Marie for stalking Mulan.
Who's calling her Mulan? But she posted a few pictures with Jennifer Morrison, and she's usually the one who's running the girl who plays Mulan, is usually all over the place doing like fashion shoots and stuff. So the fact that 2 different posts, like a week apart, had Jennifer Morrison in them leads me to believe that she's up there. Also, her show got canceled. So there's that.
Ba-dum-bum. Okay, and something else that I'm sure people will be very happy about here, and this was in a TV Line article, again, at greetingsfromstorybrooke.com.
TV Line. I thought you said TV Land. I was like...
No, not TV Land. But they were asked, do they even have a cinema in Storybrooke? That's a good question, Anne Marie from Twitter. I don't know if they did. No, I think that because wasn't there something with Tron somewhere along, or maybe that was like a book had like a company from Tron in it. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's a very good question, Anne Marie. If anyone else has any comments on that, you can tweet us at GF Storybrooke or go over to the event page, which you're on if you're seeing this.
That's true. You kind of already there.
It's weird. It's
Lana,
weird doing
you
it live.
look pretty. Sorry.
Go ahead and get the picture. I'll pull it up.
Well, let me find a better picture.
Okay, but anyway, they were asked if, since Peter Pan was related to Rumpelstiltskin, the Wicked Witch was Regina's sister, if anyone in Storybrooke was going to be related to Elsa, and in a word, no. The exact quote is, "We will go on record as saying that we are not going to reveal that. For example, Elsa is somebody's sister." So. Thank goodness.
Yes.
Because that
tree just can't grow anymore.
Yeah, it just felt like a little over the line tropey when they did it with the witch. I thought that was my personal opinion.
Yeah, it was just one too many. Here, there will probably be a better one, but there's that.
Here, let me see here. I'll get it pulled up here, and we'll get to see.
It's the first picture of her since you got there, so.
Good old Lana. Let's see here if I can find my window here. Again, people, keep in mind. This is a new thing. There, you're seeing my whole screen, but there's Lana. Very lovely at the premiere. We're live from
not
the
from the premiere.
Not from the premiere. We're live from.
But we're live during the premiere.
We're live,
so does that sort of help us?
We're live messing around on the internet while they're at the premiere, so it's good.
We're talking to ourselves.
It's good.
It's good. I like it. Good times.
Okay, you want to take this next story?
Sure. Where was I?
It was number 5.
Thank you. I thought so.
Number 5 on the list.
Okay, so Belle, we've seen your dad. He, was at the wedding and all. We now have Belle's mom, Frances O'Connor.
And that's something we never even got in the Disney movie, right?
No, she was long gone.
Yeah,
she was long gone. So we do know that we're gonna have
excuse
flashbacks,
me for coughing.
Of course. Briefly in the 6th episode to find out that she had an immense impact on Belle's life. She was her mother, so.
Well, I'm very interested to see kind of Belle's background anyway, considering how different her story must be from the Disney version.
Yeah, from the Disney version. Well, I guess this isn't the real version.
Just because, her father was royalty, right? Like,
yeah,
he was the king of the kingdom.
Belle's father?
Belle's father, wasn't he?
The inventor? The little.
No, I mean in the show, because we rewatched this for commentary.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like.
And he was like, because that's why he made the deal with Rumple to save the kingdom.
Right.
So it's weird because he was the little inventor.
Yeah, he was the little inventor.
In Disney.
Little chippy inventor.
And there was no mom at all, so it's going to be really weird.
Right. She, yeah, I can see it a little bit. I'm sort of staring at the screen right now. Sorry, y'all.
Here, I can show them what you're looking at.
You can show them what I'm looking at. That is kind of cool that you can do that.
Yeah, the audio listeners don't get much advantage of it.
The audio listeners are going to convert to video listeners for next week, probably.
Hopefully. You guys want to look at us, right? Next story. Okay, let's see here. This one is good, and I just figured we would go down and each pick a couple that we thought were cool to point out.
Is this the hot spot?
Yeah, the Entertainment Weekly hot seat with Adam and Eddie, where they just ask real quick questions and stuff, and I thought we'd see here. Will there be more fallout from Emma and Hook messing with the past? Yes, they say yes, but I kind of think maybe that's like they're just saying Elsa thing. Will Ruby return in season 4? Hope so. And will we see any chance of seeing Neil again? They say we can't say.
Well, of course they can't say because the answer is yes.
They have said in other interviews he will definitely be in plenty of flashbacks.
They welcome him in flashbacks.
Which, interestingly enough, and I found this out since the last time we recorded, we're doing the new Gotham podcast now, and Donald Logg plays Harvey Bullock.
Or Logue.
or Logue, however you pronounce it, plays Herbie Bullock on there, and he actually did a show with Neil called Terriers on FX.
I love the fact that you were watching that too. That's
hilarious. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of it. I was like, yeah, that would be a good crossover episode. It has one of the main actors from each show.
Exactly. Publish it everywhere. Okay, one of my favorites, will Rose McIver return as Tinkerbell? We hope so. We'd love to have Rose back. There are obviously some scheduling issues because of her new show, CW's iZombie. But the good news is that executive producer Rob Thomas is one of our oldest friends, and they shoot in Vancouver, so we're optimistic at some point.
Oh, yeah.
AKA, we may have worked our magic on that, too.
We'll send a car.
We'll buy them lunch.
Will we learn the significance of Emma's flower tattoo? She got it with Jack in Thailand.
Ha 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 ha.
And that's all they'll say about that.
This is the one you said. Does Henry possess magical abilities? We can't say. Haven't seen any yet.
Besides having the heart of the truest believer.
Of course.
Well, a great magical talisman in this past series.
Will we see Philip and Aurora's baby? We can't say. Okay, well, I'm going to say if we don't see this baby, we're going to have some serious issues because... Meh.
I think it's going to be a baby monkey, personally.
It's not going to be a baby monkey. They were only monkeys for like half an episode.
But I mean, that gestation, it's a critical time in, a person's life, the first 9 months there in the womb growing. So 6 hours converts like an almost fully grown fetus into a monkey? Slips just enough monkey DNA in there.
That's disgusting.
You just need just a little bit.
No. Will we see Cora again as Rose McGowan or Barbara Hershey? Can't say. Not immediately.
One rotten apple spoils the bunch. That's what I'm saying.
Apples.
Baby monkey.
And then probably my favorite. Will there be more death this season? I hope so.
I hope so. Okay, next up, and we actually, if you've listened to our past two commentaries, you know this already. Maleficent's coming back.
Yay!
Kristen Bauer-Van Straten is going to be returning for a major arc as Maleficent.
A major arc. Ooh, I missed that it was major.
And
major that they call it major.
I don't remember this. They say right in the last line of this article that she came back as a nightmarish zombie form in the end of season 2. I don't remember that happening. I could be wrong because I remember Emma killing. We saw Emma kill her.
Yeah. We just watched it 2 weeks ago.
Episode 91. I don't remember it coming back as like the nightmarish form or whatever.
I don't either.
Patty's here too. Hi, Patty. We're just going to call people out as they show up in chat, which is why you should show up in chat from now on when we do these live shows.
But yeah, send you more pictures, by the way.
Maleficent's coming back. I still don't like the costume. I hope they kind of tweak it.
Is it still the same one?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. I hope they tweak it a little more towards Angelina Jolie.
I'm just sending you pictures.
Oh, that's fine. Here, we'll throw this up here. Yeah, here's another photograph. This is more
Lana, but they're better.
Yeah.
There was one of Jennifer Morrison, but it's not a really great picture, so it's like the back of her head. So wait for a good one.
I didn't know if you meant not a really great picture, like it's just a bad picture of her, just like a bad angle.
You can see her hair.
Oh. She has nice hair.
It is nice hair. It's beautiful, but that's about it.
Okay, and this one I just wanted to call out real quick because we got it sent earlier, and I wanted to put it somewhere in an episode so people could take a look at it. It's up on the website, greetingsfromstorybrooke.com.
In case you didn't know.
There's a big bio article in the local paper. I closed it already. Yeah, the Vancouver Sun, I believe, about Snow White's stunt woman, which I thought people would be interested in. I really love the picture they have here because it's just like a full... actually, I'll show you. But it's a full frontal shot of her with snow in the background, all blurry and everything.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. And that's one of my favorite outfits.
Yeah, but if you want to check this out, we'll have the link over at greetingsfromstorybrooke.com. I like that we can do that.
She was a fashion student? That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, so check that out at your leisure. And then let's see here. What's the next one? Oh, yeah, and then we have a bunch of promo pics. And we can actually, you know what? We can actually scroll through these on screen. This will be nice.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's
video people. It's the wave of the future. If you didn't know,
welcome to 2014. If you're listening to this,
but then again, people listen to this a lot when they're doing other things too. So if you're not listening to video, we're not going to cater. We're not going to cater to the
what Scream, Anne Marie? She's tweeting at me.
What's that?
Maleficent and the Scream. What Scream?
That's good. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, here's some pictures of season 4. Very spoiler parties, notoriously loosey-goosey.
Hi, today I'm drinking Oktoberfest because the rum is gone.
I like how we're holding up our drinks and we have the pictures up here.
Oh!
Excellent. Okay, first we have and these obviously look staged, like they just brought everyone down to set one day or something. Like these don't look like either that or they like had a camera next to the
scene
actual
that never
camera.
happened.
Yeah. So we have Emma and Regina kind of arguing, then
not dead.
Robin and Marion arguing again. And then
everyone arguing.
Robin, Regina, Marion.
Hello, little boy.
I forget the boy's name.
I do too.
The child's name.
Whoops.
And then another configuration of people arguing. Although it is interesting. I don't think Granny's had all this greenery in it before, did it?
It did at the end of last season.
Did it at the end of last season?
It did.
They must have brought it back from the old country. Then Emma holding a gun. Pointing it looks like they're back out at that barn, so maybe she could be pointing it at like the witch or something.
Possibly.
It's a shame we can't zoom into Hook's eyes here and see who he's looking at.
Nice jacket though. It's kind of a cross between like a black jacket and the red jacket.
And then we get Sydney down here in the vault with Regina, and she's holding his hand.
Prash.
Oh, okay. Other Anne-Marie clarifies Maleficent came up from the cave as a ghost zombie and screamed. I think they're probably a couple minutes behind us.
Oh.
Then Elsa and Kristoff here, looking quite dapper.
Kristoff, hello.
And Elsa and Anna.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
By the way, and I know Other Anne-Marie was one of them, but people were asking if we were doing a Frozen review. We're not, because I only half watched it. Last season when we found out that Elsa was going to be in it this year and everything. And so I decided I wouldn't go back and rewatch it and watch it carefully, because that way I can be the voice of the ignorant.
I, on the other hand, am obsessed and could probably sing the entire movie to you.
Yeah, but bearing that in mind, we are going to be going to see Frozen on Ice here in about a month or a couple weeks, so I probably will be a little more familiar with the story after that. And let's see, Anna's playing behind something or hiding behind something.
Actually, I'd like to make a comment with this. When Frozen first came out and my obsession became very, very strong, I downloaded the whole CD and everything, and the second CD is actually all by a lot of the creators, and there was a lot of that had like a lot of backstory that they wanted to include but couldn't because, well, time.
Yeah.
Excuse me. This is very similar to one of those childish scenes that they cut.
So maybe they might incorporate some old deleted scenes or something. That would be cool.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, and then we have Elsa reading a book.
But not the book.
Not the book. Not the book. And then them hugging and Kristoff being like, what's going on over there?
Oh, no, that is Kristoff.
It is. I was reading the caption to make sure I got the name right. You know, because I can't get the name right if I don't read the caption.
That's true.
It's impossible.
Very true.
Okay, let's see here. And just a couple things to wrap up here. The news section. The Lady Washington, which you might know as the Jolly Roger from Once Upon a Time, needs a little renovations done. It needs some corrosion protection, some battery business. Basically, they need to raise about $14,000 here to go ahead and get it renovated, which, I mean, yes, definitely they are renting it out for a show and everything.
Right.
But there are all sorts of different,
There's lots of different reasons. Well, he did say he sold or traded it.
Oh, really?
It was in the show.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, but if you want to, they're running an Indiegogo over here. If you want to check that out, the link will be in our show notes at greetingsfromstorybrooke.com. And
that's a good one.
I will also, here, I'll show a picture from the...
Incoming, another one.
Another picture from the...
I'm sorry, the red carpet is exciting for me, and the fact that we're actually, like, doing something during it is kind of cool.
Because we're doing this as they're doing the red carpet thing right now. There's Jennifer Morrison right there.
The next one's even better.
Did you put another one in there?
I did.
Okay. Oh, no, people are seeing our doc.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Our secrets have been revealed. It's okay, though. Oh, that one's good too.
Yeah, because that has Elsa and Anna.
Yeah,
and Charming.
Charming and Snow.
Well, yes, I saw Snow.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I also wanted to point out that Nani, who folks may know, she listens to our show. She listens to, I think, most of the Once Upon a Time podcast. Mm-hmm. She let us know over on the Once Podcast forum. She's been keeping like a thread there and keeping it up to date with all sorts of fun little spoilers and everything throughout the entire summer about season 4. So go to Nani's spoiler archive over on the Once Podcast forums, and the link will be up in our show notes too. And let's see here.
We can ignore.
Okay, I guess
I don't know what's going on.
We're going to be doing the we're going to be doing the Q&A and some listener feedback, so some of your predictions for season 4 here in just a minute. But before we do, we'd like to take a minute to thank Audible for sponsoring the. You okay?
I'm good.
This week's episode of Greetings from Storybrooke. Now, if you're not familiar with Audible, Anne-Marie will tell you a little bit about it since she's laughing at me.
I'm just laughing.
I know I'm like all tongue-tied.
You are a little tongue-tied. Audible is this fantastic service that you can have on basically any device, computer, mobile player of sorts.
Actually, I would. Rain tweeted us a couple weeks ago and said,
Audible.
I hope you'll also acknowledge that Windows Phone has Audible too.
So Rain, yes, Audible is on a Windows.
Even a Windows Phone.
Yes.
That nobody has except for Rain. No, I'm kidding. A lot of it is the lowest phone operating system, but Rain, we completely respect your choice.
We respect your choices to use that Windows Phone.
Yeah,
to listen to your Audible. I was about to say.
Just to be ecumenical, I have an Android device here and an iDevice here.
I have 4 iDevices.
Yeah, she's not fair and balanced.
I'm not a fair and balanced. I have over the past few years become a bit of an Apple fangirl.
Audible, how do you use
it? But Audible, yes. Okay, so if you sign up for a free trial with us, do I even have the link in here? audibletrial.com/Storybrooke. You will get a free audiobook download to listen on whatever device you like, including your Windows Phone if you happen to be one of those people.
Yeah, and you get to keep that book forever.
Forever, no matter what.
Even if you decide to go ahead and cancel the membership, you still get to keep the free book.
You do still keep the... My turn to get tongue-tied. You do still get to keep that book. But they have subscription services. You can buy credits. You can give credits. You can gift things. It's really cool. There's a ton of different books, and I actually was on there while I was trying to find something to tell you guys about today. That they actually stand by their books. There was like a if you hate your book guarantee type of thing.
Oh, that's cool.
Which I'm considering.
As an author who has books on Audible, that makes me a little worried. No, I'm kidding.
Well, there's the one book that I hate on there that I'm kind of considering having to do that with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But you found a book that people might like, though, right?
I found a book that
because we always like to recommend a book for people to check out.
This week, I'm recommending the Frozen story, the junior novelization version.
I always love the Disney junior novelizations from back in the day and everything. Like the Little Mermaid one, I remember liking a lot. And I'm going to recommend something that's not appropriate for juniors at all. It's a new novel by Stephen King. Well, relatively new. I think it came out like a year or so ago, called 11/22/63. Basic premise, and I thought oncers would really like this, especially considering last year's season finale. This guy finds a cellar door in the bottom of this diner that takes you back to 1957 to that cellar door. In 1957, cool. And he decides to go back in time and stop JFK from being assassinated.
Oh.
And it's really, really good too.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that.
I'm about a third of the way through it right now, and I've been absolutely loving it. And you will too. In fact, Audible, there's so many good books on Audible to choose from. You're gonna find one you'll like right away once you get there. Now to download your free audiobook, you can go to audibletrial.com/Storybrooke. And you just go to that URL, you put in your information, you go find your book, one of the ones we picked.
Any book you want.
Any book you want.
We won't hold it against you.
And put it on your mobile device and listen to your books as you go and do all sorts of fun, active things. And we want to thank Audible again for sponsoring this week's episode of Greetings from Storybrooke.
Thank you so much, Audible. We really do appreciate it.
And Anne-Marie has sent me another picture here.
I feel like we're kind of doing... the Macy's parade on Thanksgiving.
Well, you have to tell people who it is.
So this is I can't pronounce her last name. It's not Mulan. It's Aurora. Sarah Bollinger.
She looks different out of costume.
Well, she's also not pregnant.
So did we want to take a...
I'm good.
You want to keep going?
I'm good if you're good.
Okay, we don't need to take a break then.
No, we were considering it, but...
Yeah, we were going to take a break between Q&A, everything. Okay, Q&A time.
Q&A, woo!
We don't have a Q&A song.
We should do a Q&A song. Do you want to ask a question?
Do
you want to ask a question?
Answers. Okay, Q&A time.
Horrible.
I know it was terrible. God. Absolutely terrible.
Okay, so our first one. Emily, okay. No?
Oh,
yes?
Do we have Q&As from...
Oh, I don't know. I was reading in the doc.
Oh, okay. No, those are the letters. We're going to do the Q&As from this doc first. Okay,
I don't have that doc.
Yeah, you don't have that doc.
Oh. Sneaky, Bill Meeks.
Okay, our first Q is from good old Bud Vanderkay, who used to host the Storybrooke News Report. And he wants to know if we think has a Once Upon a Time lost their marbles by doing the Frozen thing.
That's a negative there, Ghost Rider.
He says he's all about having Elsa and Anna to look at, but he has to say they're having the whole cast... having the whole cast seems a bit over the top. What do you guys really think? No niceness.
No niceness? But I love them.
So I guess if you're a supporter of the idea, then you have to be mean to Bud about it.
Okay,
what
no
kind
niceness?
Of question is
What's
that,
wrong
Bud?
With you, Bud?
What the heck,
What
Bud?
the heck?
No, I definitely see what you're saying, but it definitely seems like a bit of a cash-in. It seems a little weird,
but you know what? It's a really great story.
There's a reason they do cash-ins. It's because it makes them money. So I mean that's really as much as we want to. That's
keeping them around an extra season.
Exactly.
We don't know what they could have had before that.
Exactly. Before they brought Frozen onto the show, I was kind of saying, yeah, once it's probably going to make it to season 4, and then that's probably going to be about it. But
and this might get them to 5.
Yeah, I really think it could move us, because I mean, even one of the executives at ABC said that he could see it going a few more seasons.
Yeah.
Like at that press conference thing that they did.
Who are you?
Okay.
Hans. Sorry. I was like, I don't even know who this is. And because everybody always says Bae now and spells it B-A-E, which please don't do that. Stop. Just stop. I was like, Bae? And I'm like, that's not him. And then it said Captain Swan, and I was like, nope, that's not him. And then it said Hans.
Okay, next up we have from at ERCILINO from an address.
From someone.
Yes. Will the evil queen ever find her true love?
Yes, she found him. We just got to get rid of Marion.
We just have to kill her somehow.
Deuces, Marion's been real.
She's been found.
Someone push her over the line.
He's been found. His true love just has to die in order for it to be good.
I don't know.
That's a good question though. Do you think that Marion is Robin's true love, or do you think Regina is?
I think Regina is.
You think?
Mm-hmm.
But then why was he so happy to see her?
Because he didn't know any better.
Well, I guess you can have a true love, but that doesn't necessarily end up being your only love.
Exactly.
So,
Regina had 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta get rid of the first one.
Just have to have the other one killed.
And
okay, and let's see here. I'm going to paste this into the chat so you can read it.
Oh, okay.
This is the one from Patty. Sneeze. Sneeze break.
Sneeze break. Okay. Scrolling. All right. During season 3, for some odd reason, I realized how rape is similar in the way Zelina would use the dagger to control Rumple, and later how Regina and Cora would control people with having their enchanted hearts. Do you think that there was intention behind the writers in comparing these particular story plot to the form of body and mind rape? If so, scrolling problem, sorry. Would you think this would result in psychological or emotional effects after the person's been released from this control? I'm sorry this question is so long, but if you were going to discuss how Rumple and Belle's relationship is going to be in season 4, then one should be considered answering the first before forming an opinion. Okay. I actually hadn't completely realized this until we read this question. but I can see how you can make that association.
See, like, I would personally say I think maybe rape is too strong of a word. I would say coercion, would maybe be more appropriate.
Maybe. Sorry, deep moments here on Greetings from Storybrooke.
Yeah, I know. It's just and sorry if we're offending anyone by using this word, but I mean, like, rape implies to me, like, there has to be a negative outcome, like, or I mean, there has to be, the person has to be left in a negative space after it happens. Where sometimes with these controlling things, sometimes it's just like blip, like, oh, go say hi to that person, and then I'll give you control back or whatever. So I would say it was more like coercion and making someone do something against their will.
I think there's still lasting effects from that.
Definitely.
I think there's definitely still complete lasting effects. And I think, like she says, there is issues with Rumple. Granted, it's Rumple. We know how he is.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't actually give Belle the dagger, but it probably is partially because of that. Because he's now been under somebody, like, that's the first person who's been able to control him in hundreds of years. So I can completely see how that there is some psychological thing.
And it's like elements of mind control and stuff. They're such a big, like, sci-fi trope that yes, there is definitely that implication there and that element of it. But if you focus too much on that aspect of it, then it ceases to become the kind of story that can have that kind of thing happen in it. You know what I mean? Like fantastical stories, a lot of fantastical stories, or more. They're not geared towards people who are necessarily open to super duper mature themes. Like they like to see mature themes explored, but they want you to call the murderer a space goblin, and they want you to call they want a step of separation away from reality.
Right.
So I think a lot of times, a mind control or like a mind swap or something, that's a really good story engine.
Right.
But if you think about it too much, you can definitely read a little more into it than maybe the authors would. Like, as far as authorial intent, I don't think Adam or Eddie or any of the writers really intended to hit that strongly. But there is that element there, too.
No, and I think it almost is a little bit... I pull in sort of from Harry Potter. It was one of the unforgivable curses was control. So I think it's kind of along those lines. But again, it's there's going to be a lasting effect. It may not be something that we see though.
Yeah. Yes, with
thanks
caveats.
For serious time here on Greetings.
Okay, let's see here.
Moving right along,
Next one
but
is
thank you so much for writing that in. We do
really
I like having a good question.
And we talked about that beforehand too,
just to
make sure we were up for addressing it.
It's a serious question.
Serious.
Okay,
next one up is
when
from
did I
Tim.
become Irish?
Do you think Aurora will play a large part in the second half of season 4, with Maleficent rumored to be the big bad of season 4B?
Wait, say that again. Maleficent. Wait, I heard Maleficent in season 3.
Yeah, he's saying, do you think that Aurora is going to come into the story in a major way, since Maleficent is going to be in the story in a major way?
Yes.
I would hope, if nothing else, we get to see the original Sleeping Beauty story, because really we just got to see the end of it.
Some more.
Well, with Maleficent, you kind of have to almost, unless
she doesn't have much forward.
Unless they really just blow the doors open on the whole time travel thing, or something.
Well.
And they could always bring her back too, because we've seen a couple resurrected, but they're just not right.
But dead is dead.
But like Regina's boyfriend.
Let's not.
That boy wasn't right.
Let's not have that again.
Okay, let's see here. We have some from Martine here. There's a bunch though, so we'll come back and hit like several of those at the end.
Gotcha.
Okay, Wynn wants to know if either of us like K-pop music.
No.
I do enjoy some K-pop music, Wynn.
No.
I didn't really like Psy too much, but there were a couple other bands listening to a lot around that time. I can't remember the name of them, but bug me on Twitter and I'll look it up.
I know speak K-pop.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, let's see here. Woo.
I'll listen to Iggy Azalea though.
Woo has asked, at the end of the series, do you think you guys can accept Regina or Gold making it out alive after all the carnage they've done? And gun to your head, metaphorically, of course, if one of them had to die, which one would it be and why?
Deuces Rumple. You've already died once, and in all reality, you shouldn't have come back.
Shouldn't have Lazen because he died fair and square. Shouldn't have because you don't want him back.
Shouldn't have because you died fair and square.
Okay, yeah, I can make.
I'm okay with Regina coming out happy and all that.
Well, see, Regina still, I don't think she's had like the completely selfless sacrifice moment that Rumple had in the mid-season finale last year.
She doesn't have, like, even with Henry, she doesn't have the same to sacrifice.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have it.
I could definitely see like one of the last big moments in the series though being her finally getting that big sacrifice moment and finally becoming hero because it seems like they're pulling back on that again this season, at least from what we've seen out there. That they're definitely going to be pulling back from the Regina turns good.
Oh.
Okay, and this one's from Other Anne Marie.
Hi, Other Anne Marie. How are you?
What I have heard so far is that Frozen will be a half-season wrap-up. What will this mean for the second half? Any ideas of what that storyline will be? What do you think?
I haven't actually put that much thought into it.
Yeah,
I'm kind of in Frozen land.
I think everyone's kind of assuming, too, that it's going to be like the first half, and I think they've kind of said this a little, too. It'll be the first half of the season with Frozen. I don't know, like, since Maleficent's coming in as... who were we just talking about?
What are you talking about?
Someone asked about... Oh, Tim. Yeah.
We're doing good now. We're doing good.
No, but since Maleficent's coming in and everything, I would like to see that kind of play out. Right. But then again, it kind of feels like that might be kind of a stale thing to do, too, like you were saying with the flashbacks.
Because it's going to be all living in flashbacks, but we have the baby now, so maybe there's some sort of...
I'm going to throw it out there again. I would really like to see one whole story arc of them world jumping.
Yes.
Like, Rumple sliders, like I described last year. I would really love to see that, especially now that our album art is a big clock. Because then that could imply like time travel and stuff, and then we look really good.
I do love... Well, we did pretty much call last time.
Yeah, because we named the podcast Greetings from Storybrooke
before the postcard.
Yeah, a couple weeks before.
And you should have seen us when it first came out.
We were like, what?
It was perfect! Sorry.
Okay, let's see here. Now, Chris, this might be a little much. He wants 5 predictions for season 4. That's pretty intense.
All right, 5.
Okay, you're going to do 5?
Okay, sure. 5 predictions. We're going to have a wedding.
A wedding.
A wedding. I have no idea, but we're going to have another wedding because that one was not big enough.
Yeah, that was just kind of dark in the middle of the night in the woods.
Right. We need Blue's backstory. We need... It is not, this must happen.
Yeah, we need like the full breakdown on the fairies for sure.
Yeah. I'm not gonna want to kill Aurora at some point. I think because we've all said it so much that we're gonna get these bit characters to be bigger bits. There may be, and I know people have expressed this or we've heard it somewhere about how Ginny and Josh wanting to like sort of pull back a little, even though they're like the main part of the story.
Yeah.
But maybe having it flip-flop a little and pulling some of those more minor characters into more major roles.
I would like that.
Sort of flip-flopping it, or at least for a couple episodes. Because, I mean, we used to get these really great one-off episodes.
Oh, where they would like introduce the character.
Right, where we would find everything that you ever wanted to know about Ruby out in this episode, only to have her disappear. So I think we might get those characters back the way we had them in season 1 and 2. Where am I at? 4, 5. Henry goes on a date.
Henry goes on a date.
Henry talks to someone he's not related to.
With the Mad Hatter's daughter.
How's that? See, I want to see that.
We want them together.
We want more of that.
Okay, I'm going to do...
Just do as many as you can.
One prediction.
One?
Since you did 5, I'll do 1. I
tried. They weren't all that great.
My one prediction is that they will send Elsa and Anna back into the Frozen verse to where it will completely make sense and fit with continuity with whatever the sequel to Frozen is, the official sequel to Frozen that Disney's going to do is. I predict that Once Upon a Time will have actually taken place within the Frozen verse. Like the Once Upon a Time section, it won't be like alternate realities and this, that, and the other. Like they will make sure it fits continuity from Frozen to Once Upon a Time back into Frozen. Oh. That's my prediction. And I say that mainly because I know that they've talked, like the creators of Frozen and the ones people have talked extensively.
Well, because you don't want to ruin anybody's universes.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll put a caveat on that. I will say that it will be revealed that was the intention, and that they made like an 11th hour change on Frozen 2 like they did on the original Frozen, and it didn't end up working out or something.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. We have a couple here from Bobby Hawk.
Bobby
Hawk.
Bobby.
Okay, we know you're excited for Once Upon a Time and Gotham,
True
but
story.
what other shows are you most anticipating this season?
Downton, but you already know that. We've talked about it. Downton, the final season of Parenthood, Top Chef in any way, shape, or form I can get it. There was another one. I don't know. Come back to me.
Real Housewives of Arendelle.
I would love that. No, I actually haven't watched Real Housewives since Kim Zolciak left. And I don't watch her show, which is weird. It's just down the road. No, I think that's all for right now. I'm sure there's another one.
Yeah, for me, it's The Flash.
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking
actually,
forward to.
I think that was it.
And then, well, right now, really, it's The Flash and Doctor Who. We've been enjoying the past few weeks, and we'll continue to enjoy up through Thanksgiving and then Christmas. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I know I'm looking forward to Better Call Saul, but that's not on until like February-ish, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and past that, not too much. I mean, once in Gotham
and Call the Midwife.
Call the Midwife.
Can you tell I like British TV?
Yes.
I'm not sure actually when it comes back, but I know it should be coming back soon, and that this might be its final season as well.
Oh.
I'm over this final season stuff, people. I can't handle it.
Okay, imagine you were a writer on Once.
Ooh.
What story would you come up with for a half-season arc? What lands would you visit? What characters would you involve? So, pitch me on your half-season of Once. I'm gonna say I already answered this with Rumpelsliders. That's my stock answer for this at this point. Either that or a whole half season where Johanna becomes the all-supreme, all-powerful big bad.
I would actually like to see how they'd pull in The Princess and the Frog. As much as I hated that movie when it came out, it's grown on me over the years.
It was like a whole half season where everyone gets turned into animals.
No. No.
I was really excited.
Something with the Shadow Man, because he was such a good villain.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He was a great villain.
Yeah, actually, the Wizard of Oz kind of reminded me of him a little bit, just like kind of like the outline of him.
Yes, but I think I would really like to see that. I don't know. This couldn't be a half-season thing, but I really want a musical episode.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So. How does this show?
They have
the Drew Carey show can do a musical episode.
Well, I think he was one of the first.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay, but still, it was the Drew Carey show. It was a show based out of Cleveland.
Yeah, this show.
Cleveland.
Do you want to print advertising dollars, ABC? Do a musical episode of Once Upon a Time.
Isn't that kind of like the thing? Like, I mean, granted, it's usually you do a musical episode and you're done, but do that as you're going. Like, whatever your final season is, I need a musical episode. Sorry, Theater Geek is jumping out of their skin right now.
Musicals.
But I mean, all of these characters are based on, fairy tales that we've grown up knowing them as musicals.
Yeah.
And we've got nothing. Like, nobody's even, like, singing in the shower, singing walking down the street. I don't need a full-blown dance number. Won't turn it down. But...
And, I mean, outside of our listeners, like, the majority of people I know who watch the show are like, theater people. Yeah, so, I mean...
Yeah, do Glee, but do it good.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, Bobby Hawk wants to know if either of us are gamers, and if so, have either of us played Disney Infinity yet? I really
it's a negative there goes.
Yeah, I really wouldn't call either of us gamers.
No.
You like to play Bubble Bobble or whatever on your phone sometimes?
Candy Crush. And
Candy Crush, that's it.
I haven't played that in a while. That's usually when I was working retail and I was really bored, that's when I would play Candy Crush.
I don't game too much. I basically play Zelda. And I played Skyrim, and I pick up an odd game here or there. But Disney Infinity, it looks interesting. We bought Skylanders, and then we realized right after we bought Skylanders
that we should have bought Disney Infinity.
Yeah, because they got the Marvel and everything.
And
they're gonna have the Nintendo figures, and we have the Wii U. But c'est la vie. Okay, we're gonna end up here with a few questions from Martine, and then get into some feedback. Okay, how do you think the Knave will fit into the show? I'm just going to ask all these to Anne-Marie, and we'll just go through them real quick.
I don't care how he fits in. I just want him there.
Do you think
is that an acceptable answer?
Do you think we'll get a Knave-centric episode anytime soon?
Episode 2.
Do you think, this is a question for me, do you think the Red Queen will show up?
No. Mm-hmm. The way it's sounding is that happy ending, that something happened, but again, we traveled many lands, so who knows what happened. Maybe he's looking for something to help her, blah, 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 blah. But
okay. Moving on. Thoughts on Captain Swan replacing Snowing as the power couple of the show? Do you think the Snowing do you think Snowing will feature much this season?
No.
You don't?
I don't. I think I could see the replacement. I'm still not terribly happy about it, but
Captain Swan.
I don't lose well.
Team Go Meeks. That's what I'm gonna say.
Oh, hello, August. Hi. Sending you this picture.
August?
Yeah.
Interesting.
August, Hopper, and Aurora. Sorry not to just completely go away, but
live coverage from the Once Upon a Time Season 4 premiere party.
That's the thing.
No, that's cool.
We actually have live coverage of something.
See, that's weird that August is there, because I thought he had like a falling out with everybody or something.
Exactly.
That's why you never listen to gossip people. He's there and he's looking pretty happy.
He's looking very happy.
Little on the thin side. He looks like he could use a hamburger. That could just be the camera lens, though.
It could be the camera lens, but
very well could be the camera lens.
She looks kind of interesting.
Could someone get me that camera lens?
Me too. Can it follow me around?
Okay.
What was the actual question before I got distracted?
Do we think Captain Swan's going to replace Snowing?
I already said yes.
Okay. And then more of these from Martine. Thank you, Martine. Are variations of do you think this character will show up, etc. So we'll go ahead and
if you want to base it on the premiere that's happening right now, everybody's coming back.
The entire series.
Everybody is coming back.
You know what?
I have seen all but like 4 people by now.
Before the end of the series, we really do need like a crowd shot of everybody. Like standing in Storybrooke and then transported to Fairy Tale Land just once. Like that's the last 2 shots of the series. I'd love that.
Yes.
Okay, and we do have a couple listener questions, feedback. Reminder, next week when you're watching the premiere, run to your computer immediately after the show's over.
With the running, people are going to get hurt.
I'm getting very extreme with it this time.
You really are.
Okay, and let us know what you thought of the episode so we can feature it on the show, which we record Monday night. The email's greetingsfromstorybrooke@gmail.com. The Twitter's @GFStorybrooke. The Facebook is facebook.com/greetingsfromstorybrooke. And the voicemail number is 424-274-2352. Again, that's 424-274-2352. We did get a couple voicemails tonight. We cut them because with doing the video and everything, the technical stuff, like I just didn't feel like dealing with it. Wanted to make sure we had the video before we brought...
It's not that we don't appreciate them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We just can't figure it out right now.
But we have a couple things here, a couple shorter ones here first. Emily on Twitter, I forget what we tweeted out, but she responded, and this was really nice. I just wanted to share it.
We appreciated it.
Your show was why I started to watch Once Upon a Time again. She says she stopped early season 3, but then discovered our show. Well, your show and Robert Carlyle. Point is, you guys are cool. Thank you, Emily.
Thank you, Emily, on Twitter.
And we hear that quite a bit, like either people... started or kept watching the show because of the podcast,
or only listen to the podcast and go back and watch the show when necessary.
Yeah, exactly.
So we appreciate that.
Definitely.
Yes. Okay. This one's from Ashley F. My theories for season 4, regular one. Henry has to deal with the craziness that's happened in season 3 and other regular teenage issues, and maybe there's some magical mischief either on his part or around him, a la Fantasia's Sorcerer's Apprentice style.
What they said about the hat was the original scene for Elsa in the season finale, that could definitely make sense.
The crazy one, Bay comes back as a reindeer, because in the original Snow Queen fairy tale, that's the name of the reindeer that helps the heroine.
Nice.
So, Bay's spirit animal is a reindeer?
His Patronus.
His Patronus
is a reindeer.
Expecto Patronum.
Do you want to be a snowman, Bay? I don't know.
Horrible. All right, go, because these ones are funny.
Okay, yeah, this is from Patty, who I believe is watching. Hi, Patty.
Hi.
And these are, let's see here. I know in a previous podcast you asked the viewers to email you rational and irrational theories that they have, so I decided to reply to that request by listing some of the theories I have about the show. That being said, let me go ahead and list the theories I have for you. Okay, theory, and this is...
Okay, we'll do this.
We'll do this in like a Letterman top 10 list thing. Like do like the drum roll in your chair or something. Grumpy Cat will gain a new pet who will be Grumpy.
No.
I messed up.
You ruined the punchline.
No. Okay, try it again. Forget that guy. Grumpy will gain a new pet who will be played by Grumpy Cat. Number 9. Hans's brother will end up being the gender-bending version of the 12 Dancing Princes. Number 8, Captain Hook and other pirates kidnap Tiger Lily and kills the majority of the Neverland Indians, whose culture will be similar to the natives of Hawaii as a result of the deal he made with Peter Pan in order to leave Neverland. That one's not as funny.
That was not as funny.
Number something, Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and Chip will be the new characters in this season or the next one, and they will be played by A, a random British actor who will take up the role of Cogsworth, B, a random child actor who will play the role of Chip, and C, Angela Lansbury will take on the role of Mrs. Potts since she was the original voice for the character.
Sorry, I was scrolling.
There's no reason why Olaf, the living embodiment...
You skipped one.
Did I?
Go back up.
Okay. Belle will get a new dog named Sultan, who is also the footstool in Beauty and the Beast. The non-footstool version will be played by Random Dog. There's no reason why Olaf, the living embodiment of Elsa, being capable of using her magic for good... I can't talk.
No.
Okay, we're going to go down. We're skipping more. Drum roll. A new genie character who has the same personality as the one from Disney's Aladdin will be introduced in honor of Robin Williams. I like that one.
Standing ovation on that one, except I can't stand because it'll mess up my mic.
And skip a couple more. 101 Dalmatian puppies will be running through the streets of Storybrooke after escaping Cruella de Vil's evil clutches, while the residents look on in shock as they briefly wonder if they have just gone insane. I like that.
That was fantastic. I actually would love to see that.
But Patty, thank you very much for your theories.
Thank you so much.
And let's see, we just have one last letter here.
All right.
You got it?
Hi, Bill and Anne Marie. I've listened to almost all of your episodes over the last weeks. You've kept me company at time of one's deprivation, and I thought I would finally write in to tell you how great your podcast is. I love listening to you talk. You always have great ideas and are really funny. We're probably hilarious tonight.
We're probably just loosey-goosey right now, for sure.
Oh, I'm loosey-goosey. I'm
switching to water instead of magic juice.
That's crazy. I often grin to myself like a crazy person while listening to you. Slightly embarrassing when you're on a bus with people look at you weird. I especially enjoyed the shipping war.
We apologize for the awkward commutes.
Yes. I especially enjoyed the shipping war from last season. I would have been on Team Bill all the way. We won!
Team Bill!
No Team Bill Meeks, Team Anne Marie. Let's see. I used to have a very strict non-spoiler policy. Seriously, I didn't even know Wicked was coming. Apparently, you just didn't watch TV at all, in any way, shape, or form. Which is why I only started listening to your podcast after this season had ended. A friend had recommended Greetings from Storybrooke, but warned me that it wasn't entirely spoiler-free. But I actually threw that policy overboard a couple of weeks ago, right around the time I actually found out Elizabeth Mitchell was joining the cast. So now I look forward to your great 4th season with you. Can't wait for a new episode of the show and your podcast. While I'm on it, I wanted to share my crackpot and normal theory with you. My crackpot theory about Elizabeth Mitchell's character. I had just finished reading Paradise Lost when season 4 promo from Comic-Con came out. What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Stop playing games in my ear.
It's fine. Go ahead.
See,
yeah, because the Paradise Lost stuff was in the promo from Comic-Con.
Yeah, the lines are from the beginning of the book where where Satan rallies his gang of demons and they talk about defeating good. I expect evil to be the big themes in season 4, and I think Mitchell's character could be the big bad we've been waiting the last 3 seasons. So I call her Ashtorth, the only female demon mentioned in Paradise Lost. Mm-hmm. I know there's no way this could even be remotely possible, but I guess it's a crackpot theory is all about, right? Smiley face.
I would also like to thank all other Anne-Marie who sent us the scene with Zombie Maleficent, and now I totally remember this, because Regina and Hook go down into the cavern to get something, and then Zombie Maleficent shows up and Hook has to fight her, if you remember.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Okay, continuing. So I guess we should do a spoiler party for that one too, or a thing. My normal theory would have to do with the scene between Regina and Sidney Glass, where she tells him there's someone standing between her and her happiness. I suppose the obvious guess is Marion or Emma, but I think she means Zelena. That would make this scene a flashback to some time when the Wicked Witch was still running around Storybrooke. She's not gone yet. There's no way. I hope I'm right, because I really don't want Regina to go all evil queen again. I think that would be highly inconsistent with her character development, and it certainly wouldn't get her Robin Hood back.
Yeah, it feels a little weird.
Yeah. Hey, honey, I just made an evil minion of mine get rid of your wife, so now we can be all lovey-dovey again. I think she's smarter than that.
She'll make Maid Marian hate Robin for some reason.
Yeah, something like that. P.S. I heard you haven't seen Lost yet. Guys, watch it. Lost is my favorite show of all time, considering how much I love Once Upon a Time. That's really saying something. Just think of all the Easter eggs you'll find. We really will probably see a disgusting amount of Easter eggs.
Yeah,
I don't have time to watch.
We get so much grief for not having watched Lost at all.
You know when we're gonna start watching Lost? When Once is over.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Like over.
Watch it retroactively or something. But thank you very,
so
very much, Anne.
Is it Anne? Okay,
it's Anne.
I didn't see the name.
Yeah, and it's always great to have a new listener. Glad you're listening. Glad you've abandoned your foolish spoiler policy and you're here with us for a spoiler party.
Absolutely. Ooh.
Okay, and like I said, next week after the premiere, if you want to run to your computer, greetings from Storybrooke at gmail.com. The Twitter is at GFStorybrooke. The Facebook is facebook.com/greetingsfromstorybrooke, and the voicemail number is 424-274-2352. Again, that's 424-274-2352. And late-breaking news from the Once Upon a Time shindig out there in La La Land. Everybody up on stage.
Well, most of them.
Most of them. Hook has two hands.
This one is better. Hold, please.
Oh, we have an incoming thing. Hold on.
Yes.
One moment.
Better. Wait for it.
One moment. You're not seeing the doc now, people who are watching the video? Go. Yeah, and the audio listeners love this, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, that's a much better picture. Hold on.
Sorry, I didn't scroll far enough.
It's totally fine.
Jeez.
There we go.
There they all are.
The whole cast, live from the Once Upon a Time Season 4 premiere. Greetings from Storybrooke.
Whoop, whoop.
Covering it for you so you don't have to cover it or watch it.
There's one that I want to share, but I can't because of our non-cursing thing.
Oh, that's fair. But
that's the problem with the Twitters. I've had to screen them because some of them have not nice things written on them.
But I guess to wrap up here, keep an eye on the website this week. Legends of Gotham. No. That's the other podcast.
Character bleed.
I got one more plug-in for it, though.
Yeah, you did. I was wondering.
Greetingsfromstorybrooke.com. I'm going to be refreshing that with the new artwork. Thank you again, Sebastian, for supplying that for us.
Thank you so much. We love it.
And you'll have noticed our social media icons have all switched over. Your podcatchers should switch over momentarily. And let's see, I guess, where can people find you online, Anne-Marie?
You can find me on the Twitters at AMDSimone, but lately I've been hanging out on my blog one at CCHCblog.
Nice. And as for me, you can find me on Twitter at Bill Meeks. You can find the stuff I write, including my new book.
You're going to hold up the book, aren't
you? Yes,
I
have a prop, Dogboy Demons Dare, at dogboyadventures.com. And yeah, I think that's it for now. There's going to be some new websites to give out shortly for me, but both of us, actually.
Yeah, me too.
More later. But yeah.
Coming soon.
We're really excited for next week's new episode.
I'm so excited. I can't wait. I don't know if you saw my Regina impression.
Yes, your Regina picture from earlier today. That was very, Awesome.
It was very not
Posted on our Facebook.
Facebook, the Twitter too.
Mm. Yeah, I'm super duper excited. Can't wait to see what happens. I feel kind of like I have no idea what's going to happen, and it scares me and excites me all at the same time.
Exactly.
It's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, run to your computers. Let us know what you thought as soon as you see the episode.
Don't really have to run. Just pick up the phone.
You have to run.
Listen, I know your phone is beside you. Just
I'll
pick up the phone.
A go-kart.
Go-kart?
I don't know.
Who has a go-kart in their living room?
You know what? I really think
Listen, downtown is waiting for me.
Hey, we're at an hour and 16 minutes.
I think it's about that time.
Quit trying to keep me talking. I think it's time to go. I think we should just say what we always do at the end of the episode, which is, until next time, greetings from Storybrooke.